So I am attempting to test something out, and you guys are going to help me out here. So part of creativity is honestly doing things even when they're not perfect. Like, okay, I've just subscribed to Riverside, which is the service that provides this streaming as well as I'm going to be moving into some more video for my podcast creative chats, and it's going to be a lovely thing. But before it becomes a lovely thing, it's usually an ugly thing. And so right now, this is me testing this software, making sure that I can actually stream also to, I believe, Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And so I don't know if it's actually doing what it's supposed to be doing, but I'm talking here because honestly, I want to encourage everybody to do it messy, to do it imperfect, because it's never going to be perfect. Stop waiting for perfect. And me getting on here doing this like this is part of that. And I'll be honest, I was about to sit down and do this, log into Riverside, make sure all the things are talking to each other like they need to talk to each other on the back end, and the power went out. And so that always happens, right? You go to record something, and suddenly, if it's audio involved with it, the leaf blowers from next door, the lawn care maintenance people showed up exactly at the time at which you needed to record something, or the power goes out, or the dogs are barking in the background, or there's a million other things that can happen and probably will happen. And see, there's even, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's dogs barking in the background here. My point is, do the first version. Do the first messy version, because if you wait for perfect, you will be waiting forever and ever and ever. And it's better to get something out there and then to adjust and to build, to iterate in the creative process than it is to wait. And if you have experienced that as well, I would love to hear your experiences. And wherever you're watching this, if you can drop it in a chat or leave a message, I'd love to hear your experiences around that of when you have actually gone and done the thing messy, done the thing imperfect, just because you knew that you wanted to get it out there. You needed that push. And speaking of messy, even this whole setup that I have right here, this room, this that's kind of my living room slash office slash studio. It's a mess. I was away speaking in Orlando a couple weeks back, and right before that, I had an art show, and so I had to kind of drop that stuff and quick pack for this trip. And then there were two places that I was going to speak at, two events, and I was live sketching there. And then I came home, and I came home with a cough and a cold, and that kind of knocked me out of commission for several days. And then it's just been thing after thing after thing. No pun intended for the actual event that I was at, which was called The Thing. And now I'm sitting in the middle of mess. I mean, here, I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to take my webcam off here and show you that this is what I'm in the midst of. This boxes and packages and things that are all over the place. And this is supposedly where the magic happens on the other side here. My desk, my art desk, which, there's no art happening there right now because I can't see the top of it. My little podcast area with my background that, if you've seen any video with some kind of nicer background, it's usually that. Anyway, I'm saying all this, and I'll even show you my desk. This is my desk right now, which, again, it's just mess. It's mess upon a mess upon a mess. And do I plan on keeping it that way? No, not at all. And would I encourage anybody to do that? No, not at all. But the point is, sometimes this is what we have to deal with. This is what we're in the midst of. And the choice is, do I do the thing that I said I was going to do, that I want to do? Or do I let all this stop me and be an excuse? And so right now, today, I have chosen to show up messy, to show up imperfect, and to encourage you to do the same. because there are things that people are waiting for. There are things you need to say. There are iterations that you need to get out there before you get to the place where things are smoother, things are more polished. And honestly, most of the time, people relate more to the imperfect and the mess than they do things that have been polished and are perceived as perfect. So that's my little talk for you right now as I've been testing the software, and hopefully this has all gone well. I'd love to know your thoughts, so feel free to chime in on whatever platform you're watching this on. And I'm looking to add TikTok as well, but unfortunately TikTok, you have to have 1,000 followers, and I do not have 1,000 followers yet. So if you're not following me on TikTok and you would be interested in helping me out reaching that goal of 1,000 people, I am Mike Brennan AD, I believe, over on TikTok. And so give a follow. I'll follow back for sure, and help me get to the 1,000 so that way I can stream to more people. And I promise that when I stream and when I do these things, it's not all going to be this. In this next year, in 2025, I am planning on doing more video, not just talking head style like this of me looking at you in the camera, but I'm going to be doing some more process things. I'm going to be doing some more art, kind of work in progress, and maybe some tutorial stuff. I'm looking to expand how I can actually help and share and serve. And so a big part of that has to do with showing up on video and connecting with you like this. So if you've got things you'd love to see, if you've got some topics you'd love me to tackle, or some behind the scenes stuff, some art in progress, some art tools, creative tools, you want to know something about my process, again, leave me a comment, and I'm more than happy to just take you along for this journey and keep showing up. And let's see what this becomes. Let's see how we can actually make this something that serves you and helps us connect more. So that's about it. And I hope wherever you are that you are tapping into your creativity. I always end solo episodes of my podcast, Creative Chat, with a certain call to action. And so I'll leave that with you now, even though this isn't my podcast. It's still us just kind of hanging out. And I'll say, go create something. I just did. Tag, you're it. It's your turn.